Hey guys, this is Laura Craigie for twopeasinthebucket.com. Today is another Seeing Double video, and I'm going to be doing a 12 by 12 scrapbook page as well as a card. And before I get to the fun products that I have pulled, I just wanted to quickly explain my pictures, and basically what they are is really simple photographs of my kids eating at the table in our old house. And I knew at that time when I was taking the pictures there was nothing extraordinary about them. They were just everyday photos, and I'm so glad I did capture them because since then we've moved to a new house. We no longer have the little cheapy IKEA table. My youngest baby is not in his high chair, and so just kind of fleeting moments of the everyday, and I'm really glad I captured them, so I wanted to get those on a scrapbook page before I really forget what I loved about these photos. And today I'm going to be focusing on using enamel dots. These are all ones from My Mind's Eye, and I actually have some basic gray ones and some freckled fawn ones, and I seem to have misplaced them. I really can't find them. I'm wondering if maybe my 2-year-old's run off with them or something. Anyhow, so I'm going to be using just these ones today, but know that there are so many ones in the 2B store, as well as some new companies coming out. There's new Prima ones that have hit the store. I know Doodlebug is coming out with all sorts of wonderful, yummy colors. So it's a great thing. I'm so excited that all these manufacturers are making them because they're one of my just favorite embellishments, so I thought I'd just kind of put some to use on my projects today. And apart from that, I'm going to be using a lot of stuff from the Pebbles Basics line. Here you can see this paper pad, and it is on sale in the store right now. It is for $14.99 from $19.99, so $5 off. And it's just such a great deal, and I just adore these papers. They're such great basics and wonderful colors. And from that same line, I have all these kind of sentiment stickers. Basically, they're called accent and phrase stickers. A lot of them are in kind of those banner cuts, and they're really great embellishment, or sorry, not embellishment, sentiment for cards. But if you're strictly just a scrapbooker, I think it's a really great purchase to add too, because all these things like hi and hello, you can just add those to pages anytime you want. But things like congrats, if you're not a card maker or it's not going to work, you could still take the sticker off and then just add like a piece of flair over it or something, and you have a really great layered embellishment that you've made. So anyhow, they're super fun. I really love those. As well as I have these pockets, cards and pockets from the same line, and the clothespins. What else I have pulled, although who knows, I may use all sorts of different products, but I pulled these to start with, is some craft stickers by Studio Calico. These are a bit of an older product, but they're still in the store, and I just haven't used them, so I'm hoping to put those to use today. And then I have these pieces from the L Studio Cameron line, which is kind of just a super cute, boyish line that has lots of great colors in it, and I thought I'd use some of those today as well. And I'm going to do, as you can see, a white cardstock background, and I'm going to mix in probably some craft paper to go with the craft heart stickers there, and really I'm going to just go cut up some paper. And I think I'm going to grab maybe the green ledger and polka dots or something from here and start with that. I thought I'd do kind of a green-blue theme. Alright, so I've cut up a couple of strips of paper here, just kind of random lengths, just, I don't know. I tend to do that. I don't really like to measure things or figure things out too far in advance. If I need to change it later, then I just change it later. And I kind of liked how I originally just kind of put these down configuration like that with the two color photos on the one side and the black and white there. And I think maybe I don't know, just gonna kind of play around and maybe get something that's visually appealing. I did actually try and cut the pattern paper here to the size of the pictures. So I have 2 of those circle tags from All Studio, and I'm just going to see about maybe tucking a few into spots and seeing what I like here. So again, sorry, just kind of shifting things around. That's pretty much the name of my game until I find what works. Okay, so I actually really like the looks of this so far, so I think I'm going to go ahead and start adding adhesive to things up to this point, and then I can maybe do some machine sewing, get things down, and then go to my embellishments. And gosh, this just came together so quickly for me. I kind of like the 2 circles offset there, and that gives me kind of a perfect spot here to put a title on the page. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way that is, and then we'll get to adding the fun embellishments like the enamel dots. So you guys, I think I did something goofy. I was coming back to show you after I had finished adhering everything, and then I ran it through my sewing machine, and I just did a whole big spiel and did like this beautiful fun stamped border, and I had the camera set to standby and not recording, I think. So hopefully I didn't, and I'll just be able to do that, show that in the video, and you won't even be seeing this, but if you are seeing this, it's because I messed up pretty bad there. Anyhow, what I did explain on that part that I obviously didn't record is that I did something silly here with this piece. It's all kind of wrinkled, and I'm doing my best to kind of flatten it out, but it got caught in my sewing machine because I wanted the stitching to go underneath. So in theory I should have stitched it before I added this, but no, I decided to try and hold it back, and it wasn't pretty, but I'm keeping it anyways all wrinkly, so I'm just gonna deal with that. And then I did this little stamped border here with this white Hero Arts ink. It actually worked really beautifully on here, and it's a little stamp that says Life, and it is from this Fun Hero Arts stamp set. The Life guy was right there. I adore this stamp set, and their cling stamps are just such high quality, and yeah, this was the first time using it, so I wasn't really sure what to expect, but I think it stamped beautifully up there and then a little one down there, so I'm really happy. And I was just saying before I shut the camera off, and which was actually turning on. Anyhow, I'm going to pull out those, there they are, the heart stickers from Studio Calico. Oh, actually before I do that, I have all these frames here from this same Elle Studio line. There's all sorts of cute colors, but I kind of liked this bold blue, and I like the saying on it that says, "Love that smile, say cheese." And I thought maybe I'd kind of frame this one picture right here of my son in his high chair. Just kind of line it up with this green paper. Actually, no, I have to bring it down. Like that. I think that's actually really, it's pretty cute. And I do like the pop of blue. I'm not 100% sure, so I'm not going to stick it down yet. Yeah, but maybe. So I'm going to grab these adorable little craft hearts and maybe kind of just stick a few of them down and see what I think. And I'm not so sure I want the kind of sprinkled look actually as I do that. I think I might use them instead to fill up this kind of blank space in this journaling spot here. A little like that. 3 hearts to represent my 3 boys. And I like that a little better. So moving on, I think I will start putting on some of these enamel dots. Ugh, and I'm really not sure about that frame. I don't know. I'm going to leave it off to the side for now. And for starters, I thought these cute little stars here, they just kind of are screaming to me that they need little enamel dots in the centers of them. So I'm going to give that a try. And I like that. That's just a fun pop of orange color, and maybe go ahead and do that in these hearts as well. Now, one thing I thought would be, well, is a great use for these is using them as the dots for eyes and stuff. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to have an eye in the title, but anyhow, I did think that was a really fun use for them. As well as something I haven't done before, but I thought I'd give it a go here, is taking a button. I'm trying to find a specific one. Usually like that, like they have the little hole in the center of them where you thread them, and I thought maybe if I don't thread it, but if I add that dot in the center there, it makes kind of a fun accent. So I thought I'd do a couple of those. A little like that, and maybe for this next one I'll add 2 tiny little ones and just cover those thread holes. And then I'll adhere these with a glue dot to make up for the lack of thread, obviously. But that's kind of a cute fun thing. I've definitely added brads to the center of my buttons before, but never done that with enamel dots, and I really like that. So might see about adding some to this one as well. And I think at this point I'm going to think about my title for the page, and I was thinking of maybe kind of pulling in the orange that I have here and here. I also have this on the side of my desk. This is from Pebbles. This is the Love You More, and this is the Boy. So there might be something in here that's kind of orange and fun. Okay, so flipping through this, I really like this little don't forget, because really that's what this page is about. Again, it's about me not forgetting this piece of their life right now. So I'm going to pop that off and maybe trim that off so it'll fit better. And I'm not going to worry about getting it straight because I'm going to tuck it in. Right, so just add that in there maybe. As my title, don't forget. And I like that, I think. It's very subtle. And the one thing I may do is actually get out an alphabet and add a little please or something like please don't forget. And that's just a matter of deciding whether I like this little frame or not. And I think I do. Now that I've got the pop of orange there, I think it needs another color on there on the page. So I'm definitely going to add this. I'm just going to add a bit of blue. Go a little like that is pretty cute. And then I'll go ahead and adhere these buttons with my glue dots. Okay, so I've got the title on there. I thought maybe I could add some little enamel dots inside the little parts of the letter there, like you can see covering up the middle of the G. Well, maybe you can't see, but anyhow, because some of these the insides of the letters are more oval than circle, it's not going to totally work, but I'm going to use these enamel dots all the same just to kind of add little accents. And I'm going to go ahead over here and add some little guys to the side of this, say cheese. That. And like I said, I'm going to maybe see if I can find an alphabet or something just to write quite small there, please don't forget. But in the meantime, I think I'm going to call it done with this page. I'm going to add here this little top of the frame because it's getting poked on things. But anyhow, yeah, I'm going to move on to my card now because I'm really happy with the way this page has turned out. Alright, so I'm moving on to my card, and I just have, again, a scrap paper from the same Pebbles Basic line. This is a leftover piece from the card, and I'm just going to add a bit of adhesive there so I can get this kind of adhered there, because I'm going to sew it down with my sewing machine. I think I'm going to do 2 zigzag stitches on the side. Okay, so I'm going to, as I said, sew that down in a moment, and I'm pulling out these pieces, again from the Cameron line, and originally I thought maybe I'd use this bright Boys Will Be Boys, but the more I'm seeing it, I kind of like this, the more subtle You Are Awesome one here. So I'm probably going to use this one on the front of the card. And I'm just going to, like I said, go ahead and quickly sew that down, and it'll give me a better visual. For whatever reason, I always am better able to add embellishments and stuff once I've done the machine sewing on my card. So I'm going to go and do that, and I will show you what else we're going to do on the card. Okay, so I finished sewing down the edges, and I have this, and I pulled out a button again from the Travel Girl October Afternoon buttons, and I thought I'd go ahead and do a similar thing like I did. And just add a nice orange one to the center of it. I really love the way that looks as an embellishment. I thought maybe I'd do it on the center of the star like that or something. And it already kind of has like a sub-sentiment up here. It says, "You are awesome." And I could just go with that. But I thought I'd add one of these stickers. And this orange matches perfectly with the little orange details on there, on that card. So I'm going to see if one of these looks nice. And I thought, since it says, "You are awesome," either the congratulations or just hello. And I think hello works, because if it says hello, you're awesome, then I can write on the inside and have a happy birthday or thank you or whatever works. It's just kind of a bit of a more generic thing. And I want the top to be stuck down, but I want this bottom bit to kind of stick up. So I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper, which I usually have on my desk, and just Gonna go to that part of it and cut it out. And then I'll adhere that in line with kind of the stitching over here. A little like that. Okay, so I just added a couple little staples with my tiny attacher to get that on there, and I really like the way that looks. Yeah, just gonna kind of band it up so it sticks up, and I may, if I'm going to mail this, add a piece of foam adhesive down there so it keeps popped up. And I did like that little star on there, and maybe just some little kind of, yeah, so I'll just add some little enamel dots, I think, just kind of floating around. And I'm going to go ahead and add this with some glue dots, as I said. I like that. I may actually add this entire thing with foam adhesive to get it a bit of dimension, because it's feeling a little bit lost on the card. And if I do that, I might actually trim down the card a tiny bit as well. So I like that much better. It's closer to a square size card. And it'll still fit in a standard envelope, of course. So I am going to add a bit of foam adhesive so it pops like that. And I'll show you guys in 1 second. Okay, so I have this added with the foam adhesive. I'm much happier with the dimension. It just kind of makes it pop off. And I decided that I wanted a little bit of something at the bottom here. And so I've pulled out a scrap from my page of craft cardstock and my kind of notebook edge puncher. And I'm just going to really quickly make a little just edge that'll hopefully just kind of have poking out the bottom. Like that, and then I just, it's actually sticking to the foam adhesive, so I don't think I have to add any more adhesive to it. And I just kind of want that notebook edge on there. Sort of like that. And I was thinking maybe of adding a little green to the hello. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. But maybe a couple little sprinkled up like this. So a little like that. I feel like maybe I want something, I thought I was done, but now I feel like I need something, just a little something kind of poking out there. And I'm going to go back to those stickers maybe and pull out another color from in here, maybe not green, maybe the light blue. Okay, there's two different kind of, this teal one I think will look nice. And I know, knowing me, I am least likely to use, as I said before, a congrats sentiment, as I am like a thank you. I send much more of those. So I think I'm going to try and cut that bit there and just have it poking. I don't need to cut it really close to where I want it, but just a little banner tail kind of poking out there. So a little like that, just a fun little detail. I feel like it kind of balances the card more because I added like the dots and stuff up here, so I felt it needed a little more weight down at the bottom. And it serves no purpose other than I think it looks cute. So I'm definitely going to call it done on the card. Okay, so I'm finished both the card and the page. I really had fun making these, and I definitely made a dent in my stash of enamel dots, which is perfect because it frees me up to buy a bunch more, since, as I said, there are so many fun ones that are just in the store and I know en route, like the Doodlebug ones, which I'm going to need in every single color. I had a lot of fun using up some product today and trying something new for me, which was the white stamp pad up there, which I really, really, really love, and I'm definitely going to be using more of that in the future. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you feel inspired to perhaps use some of your enamel dot stash up, or if you don't have any, to grab some, and as well to see double with your products. If you're already making one, you have everything out, no excuse not to quickly whip up a secondary project like a card or home decor or something. It's just so easy to do when you have all the supplies already pre-picked. And as usual, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can leave comments on Tubies or YouTube or questions, let me know. I try my best to answer them all. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.